Today we will be reacting to the tweets in response to Dream's stream on John Swan. If you want to check out the tweets made prior to Dream's stream, be sure to check out this video, and if you want to know about the situation as a whole, be sure to check out this video. But without further ado, let's get straight into the tweets. The first tweet is from Harley TBS, who previously vouched for John Swan. He tweets out, "After speaking to Dream, I'm unlisting my video, and won't be saying anything further at this point. I'll leave my prior statements up. Just know I'm not confident on them anymore." Optimus reacts to the stream by saying, "Dream makes the point that John Swan mentioned Discord without any prior indication that the messages were sent through Discord. Honestly, not sure what to think of that one. Perhaps John Swan only messaged him through there? Not sure." Dream now focusing in on the usage of the word yup by John Swan in DMs. Apparently this is the same word that the 12-year-old friend used? Really confusing, to be honest. He's not presenting the evidence very well whatsoever. Needed more planning in my opinion. Dream still sort of using the vernacular similarities between the supposed 12-year-old who hacked John Swan and John himself. Insinuates that there isn't enough spelling errors and vocabulary differences to reasonably believe it was a kid. Dream has yet to concretely prove that the account wasn't breached, by the way. His damning evidence so far literally have been the usage of the words yup and mate. Both extremely common words, especially in a place like Australia. He said the smoking gun has yet to come, and has spent the entire time rambling on about two words being used, and now DeOrio is somehow involved. This is perhaps the worst defense stream I've ever seen. He is now insinuating that DeOrio was behind the account? Dude, if any commentary channel got on there and acted this way, with such little evidence, they'd be toasted by the entirety of the community for years. That's all I'm saying. What house of cards is falling, Dream? You haven't proven anything. You've brought up random shit with no connection to anything with copyright-free dramatic music. If he didn't have a stan army, this would be a career-destroying meltdown, laughing my ass off. Scrubby responds to Optimus by saying, "Nah bro, DeOrio is John Swan." Tyrone responds to Optimus by saying, "I'm not too caught up on this, but it all seems like a joke." Optimus quote tweets him and says, "You don't joke by essentially accusing two people of shit like this. This isn't a joke. It's a shitty method of defense." DeOrio, who was literally never involved whatsoever in the story until a random straw from Dream's ass got pulled, now being harassed by hundreds of Dream stans on Twitter. I'm sure Dream will denounce this shitty behavior quite soon like he usually does. Keemstar responds to Optimus by saying, "Why does Dream have to denounce his fans' shitty behavior, when almost no one in the commentary community denounces their own fans' shitty behavior?" Optimus quote tweets him and says, "When are commentary channels having hundreds of their fans literally harassing people to no end because they merely got mentioned for 30 seconds? When did Nick do this? Me? Anyone respected in the community? Feel free to let me know, Keem." Keemstar responds, "You are joking, right? That shit happens all the time. Where have you been for the last 7 years?" I think Leafy is probably the greatest example of this. Optimus quote tweets him and says, "Let's see an example of when that's happened from someone calling Dream out on this. In fact, I openly challenge you to find an example of me doing this, since we are talking here. So, where was this big smoking gun point we all waited on?" I don't think Dream stans really comprehend that by trending John Swan #1 and giving him so much of their community's attention, that he's just gaining so many new followers and raking in so much money from their views, to be honest. TheQuartering tweets out, "Dream is an actual moron. He said yup. It's John Swan confirmed. Only 2 people in the world say yup. Caught him in 4K. 12-year-olds do not know what code is. Exposed, Dream." Jesus, his audience might be totally idiotic if they are buying this smooth brain exposed evidence. I've never cared about Dream cheated bullshit, or Dream culturally appropriated bullshit. When he talks shit about the commentary community and douchebags like Def Noodles use it to call them alt-right, I care. Side note, Dream seems like a real douchebag. Banished Journo tweets out, "This guy Dream bitches about John Swan making this public, even though he mentioned it on a public Reddit post first. But now dude goes aggro on Twitch about it to an audience of 500k people. The irony. Lol." Scrubby tweets out, "We are in the strangest timeline. Dream is streaming about John Swan. What the fuck is this year? Laughing my ass off. This man did vocabulary analysis of John Swan. What a nerd. Does Dream think a 12-year-old can't type the word code? Laughing my ass off." DeOrio tweets out, "Bad arguments bulletin board. Dream is big and shouldn't talk about Small John. Dream is in control of his fans. Please stop making these." He then sees that Dream starts talking about him on his stream and says, "What the actual fuck is going on?" Laughing my fucking ass off. If you were coming from Dream, use code DeOrio on the Fortnite store. Finally, the primary demographic. That DeOrio in the DMs is obviously not me. I'm white. Omni tweets out, Dream is streaming to over 300k people on Twitch over the John Swan drama situation with the Pink Panther theme in the background. Alrighty then. Dream on Twitch trying to explain the John Swan drama to his 12-year-old fan base. Dream is a genius, using the terribly explained stream to educate your audience on how John Swan is a bad man is a great way to control the narrative and passively stick your stan base onto a small creator. Clout king, pretty much unstoppable. Kavos tweets out, Dream going on stream and ripping into John Swan in front of nearly 300k people is a weird crossover. Dream hasn't thought this stream through. Can see this backfiring. I love seeing Dream supporters cry. It's my daily medicine, my weekly energy, my monthly inspiration, and my yearly motivation. Their loss is the only reason I'm still alive. I was born to love and enjoy the failure that they have achieved. Speaking of Dream stans, obviously at this time they weren't very fond of Nicholas DeOrio, so one of them tweeted out, don't click the link in Nicholas's bio if you look him up. It's an IP grabber. Serious. Context, it's one of the guys Dream is talking about on his stream. Just don't click any link that looks suspicious or are sent to you from a random person. Websites like Grabify can disguise themselves as any link, so just be careful with links. Also, I saw multiple people on the timeline saying this, so I wanted to tell you all to be cautious. Stay safe. And then he highlights Nicholas's Storyfire link in his bio. A lot of people were quick to point out that this is a Storyfire link. Scrubby quote tweets them and says, I know there is some crossover. I promise you Nicholas DeOrio is not grabbing your IP with his bio. It links you to Storyfire. Nicholas says, it takes you to Storyfire, a popular new alternative platform. If you click the link in my bio, it goes to the Minecraft sex mod. Optimus says, there's apparently a bunch of tweets going around claiming that Nicholas DeOrio is using an IP grabber in his Twitter bio. These are unfounded, not true, and I'm not sure where that started. It redirects to his Storyfire page, which is a YouTube alternative. Schiffel responds to Optimus by saying, time for another commentary crusade, Optimus. The community needs it now more than ever. Optimus responds, that's something we need to talk to the rest of the commentary community about, to be honest. Not me. Those are extremely special projects to me for real. Kavos says, it's insane how fucking deluded these stans are that they think Nicholas DeOrio's Storyfire link is an IP grabber. And now they are all convinced it's true and are condemning him. YouTube would be a better place without these brain-dead freaks. Dream stans. Spread false accusations that Nick was IP grabbing. Sane humans. Call them out for spreading lies. Dream stans. Better safe than sorry. This is literally the batshit crazy logic we are dealing with. In regards to Dream versus John Swan's story has some inconsistencies that he needs to clarify ASAP. Dream has a lot of weak arguments he's focusing on way too much. Grammar, use of sarcasm, and specific words. Overall, I doubt we will ever find out the truth. Jessix tweets out, Dream is streaming to nearly 300k people with receipts for his accusations against John Swan. One thing he is totally missing here is that he said he had proof of sexual solicitation and racism in the messages. I'm not seeing evidence of any of that. He also alleged that this happened to multiple fans of his. I see receipts for one person, and I have heard that one other person was involved. Both were people who John had added or pending friendship on Discord already. Where are the rest of your receipts to back up your claims, Dream? So Dream's only receipts are what he received from Harley TBS less than an hour before his stream. That's actually fucking hilarious. He claims to have evidence that John sent sexual and racist things to multiple people, while using his main Twitter to vouch, with no evidence! Basically, Dream's stream just felt like he was throwing shit at the wall to see what sticks. He made probably one or two good points, and because those things made sense, his fans thought everything made sense when it didn't. Looking forward to John's response. I'm gonna be the first one to come out and say it. Even if John did joke with one person and pretend to be Dream, I don't give a single fuck. Not saying he did it, but even if he did, I wouldn't care. It's really not even a big deal if true. I don't know why people are freaking out. Flamenco tweets out, Dream's 12-year-old fans are too stupid to use punctuation, so clearly John's lying. Boogie2988 says, I have no clue what is happening between John Swan and Dream, but I want to suggest we start calling him Jonathan Swanathan from here on out. Justin Wang says, Dear Dream stans, I have information that will lead to the arrest of John Swan. Dumpy tweets out, bruh, laughing my ass off. Dream, you didn't catch shit, dude. Maybe some STDs from sticking your ass out to your brain-dead audience so they can rail you. But goddamn, stream was ass. Willie Mac Show says, it was me, guys. I'm the 12-year-old that framed Dream. Can't John just get the 12-year-old to vouch for him? Lol. This shit is so dumb. Call him. John Swan, lol. This will be over in 5 minutes. I don't want to watch this whole Dream stream, lol. AugieRFC tweets out a Twitter video with the caption, initial thoughts on the stream.
Hey, I'm just shooting this format because I don't really want to type all this shit out because, well, typing sucks and I'm a podcaster, so, you know, I like to speak. But I just watched the Dream stream and it doesn't really make much sense to me because I think, like, he starts the point off by showing DMs between real John and then showing DMs between the Discord account that John's friend is using to message other people. And I'm not gonna lie, the messages on John's Discord account that are not him, according to John, they do look like John, just because he's talking about YouTube and stuff like that. Now, they are, obviously, if it's a family friend, that means John and the family friend are from a similar area. The kid is talking to John about YouTube before. That's why John signed into the Discord account, to show the kid what John was doing. So, I mean, it makes sense why they would sound so similar, but I'm not gonna lie, if that's Dream's reasoning for not believing John's story, I think that's a fair reason not to believe John's story. That's all I wanted yesterday. I just wanted Dream's reason. I'm tweeting this multiple times. I just wanted Dream's reason not to believe John. And he kind of started off giving that. But then he makes a bunch of other weird points, like tying like Nick DeOrio into it, that didn't really make too much sense to me. So far, my perspective has kind of shifted more to a neutral position. I'm kind of just waiting for all the facts to come out. I know John is literally right now doing a drama alert debating Dream, which I would imagine is only going to go horribly, considering how little preparation John has. I mean, he just saw Dream's stream. Now he has to go on Drama Alert and basically debate not only Dream, but also debate Keemstar, because Keemstar's not going to be a neutral host. So he's kind of fucked from that perspective. He's fucked because this stream, no matter what Dream said, it's going out to 300,000 people concurrently, so they're all going to believe whatever Dream's saying. They're all going to fuck over John. He's kind of just in a lose-lose situation altogether in the short term. Maybe long term he can pull it off, but I kind of sympathize with him right now because he's really just destroyed. Again, short term. I don't think this is a career ruiner by any means, but, like, you know, short term, he's basically pounded.
Speaking of the debate Augie mentioned, Keemstar gave us an update to it when he tweeted out, John Swan has bitched out of the debate with Dream. He then shows DMs between him and John. It starts out with Keem saying, are you backing out? To which John responds, my manager has advised me to not go on Drama Alert at this time, and respond on my own platform. I wish you luck in the interview. He then follows it up with this Twitter video.
And I just want to put this disclaimer out there. Based on everything I've seen so far, I've been on Dream's side. And John Swan was concerned that, you know, he was going to walk into a situation that was 2 versus 1. I told him that, of course, I'm going to voice my own opinion on my platform. But every single one of his points would be heard. He wouldn't be interrupted. He'd be able to give his point. And I have the right to change my opinion, right? If John Swan put together a pretty compelling case, I might change my opinion, right? But he wanted me to just, like, be a moderator and not voice my opinion whatsoever on my platform. And I was like, no, I'm going to voice my opinion on my own platform on what I feel about the situation. So now this is my biggest fear, is that John Swan and the rest of the commentary community that are defending him are going to pull the victim card. And, well, of course, John Swan wouldn't go on there because it would have been 2 versus 1 and Keemstar is biased and all that. Look, if you guys want to, like, play the victim card and say that you're afraid of going into a call where it might be a 2 versus 1 situation, that's you publicly saying I'm a pussy. All right, live with that, own it, be a victim, be a bitch. But that's on y'all.
TheQuartering responds to Keemstar by saying, this is fucking cringe. Maybe he just doesn't feel like coming on your show to make you money when he has a plenty big enough platform to respond. I back John Swan based on lack of evidence, and his history of being above board, but also, my manager told me not to. This is suboptimal. Optimus responds to Keem by saying, okay, I will definitely say not a good look for John here whatsoever. Even if he was afraid it'd be rigged against him, at least he should show up for the conversation, in my opinion. Monkey responds to Optimus by saying, it was a lose-lose situation. If he backed out, he's a coward. If he goes on, he'll be destroyed with both Keem and Dream pinned against him. Optimus quote tweets him and says, I guess, but even then, why not take the opportunity to get your side out there even more? It's a free signal boost to be on Drama Alert. Optimus then gives us an update on the situation when he tweets out, John Swan DM'd me and explained his reasoning for not going on Drama Alert with Keemstar and Dream. I still disagree with him not going on, but this is his personal reasoning. The DMs start out with John saying, just to provide some context, Keem gave me 10 minutes to prepare for the interview with Dream. I had no idea Dream was going to stream, and it's literally 6 AM and I'm running on no sleep. So yeah, I'm not going on Drama Alert, laughing my ass off. Optimus responds, Am I free to share these DMs in my video? John responds, yes, go ahead. I'm staying off Twitter for a while to avoid the stands. Optimus responds, okay, appreciate it, and have a good night. Keemstar quote tweets Optimus and says, that's absolutely false. John Swan agreed to the interview at 2:45 p.m. EST. John Swan backed out of the interview at 4:22 p.m. EST. 10 minutes to prepare my ass. And why do you need time to prepare? He lived this situation in real life. Willie Mac Show quote tweets Keem and says, if John doesn't want to talk to Keem, fair. But why does he need to prepare for a dream stream when the truth is the truth? All he has to say is, it wasn't me. They can't prove anything. What do you need to prepare for? This shit be goofy. I'ma go touch grass. John Swan backed out of a debate with a smiley-faced Minecraft nerd who doesn't even show his face. If he came on, I bet they would have made up, lol. Willie Mac Show then provides more evidence in regards to the John Swan situation when he tweets out, the more I digest it, the more the LtCobra screenshot thing makes sense. It clears up the biggest question about John's defense. This is the theory. This is LtCobra's screenshot argument with Harley. Cobra sent this to John venting while they were playing games. He then shows these screenshots. I'm not gonna read it out, but you can pause the video if you'd like and read what Cobra and Harley said to each other. It's basically just bickering back and forth. And this is what Cobra showed Swan back in February 2020. But regardless, Willie Mac Show continues the thread by saying, the next day John was hacked, and the hacker saw the screenshots between Harley and Cobra posted above. Since they saw those screenshots, they knew Harley and Cobra didn't get along, clearing up how the hacked John Swan knew about their beef. And then he shows the messages from hacked John Swan and Harley, where he talks about the beef with LtCobra, and references specific things from Harley and Cobra's argument, like Harley's professionalism, for example. Willie Mac Show continues in his thread by saying, if there's more of these completely reasonable explanations, I think John was probably telling the truth. There are still some questions that need answers, and Dream isn't wrong for faulting John, cause how could he have known? This will literally end as a big misunderstanding. I'm fairly certain all John needed to do was talk to the family friend that hacked him and get the login to the fake Dream account. That would clear his name. Guess we gotta wait for an hour-long video now. Honestly, legendary drama, lol. Now let's move on to the funny tweets. Because despite Dream stans being cringe a lot of the times, sometimes they can be completely hilarious, and that's the case when they ended up impersonating John Swan and tweeted out funny things in response to Dream's stream. One of the John Swans say, hey guys, just woke up, haha, what's going on? Another one says, I love Dream. At Dream, enemies to lovers? Love you, bae. Another one says, Dream, please stop the stream. I'm hurting so bad, I'm actually in love with you. Last year, I was so happy when you noticed me, and then George came along. I was so furious that I made this whole drama. Please, forgive me. I want to watch the stars and sing Road Trip with you. Another one says, hey Dream, I'm tired of this argument. Want to make out? Another one says, Dream, to be honest, I don't want any of this. I just wanted to get closer to you. I was jealous of George. My love, you deserve so much better than him. Dream, can we just make out and forget about all of this? I don't give a fuck about Dream, okay? I don't give a fuck about anything, actually. I care more about your Minecraft sex mod, okay? Alright, moving on to some stan tweets that weren't impersonating John Swan. Brooke says, not John Swan getting called out in front of 287k people. Ange says, John Swan, Dream and I are good friends. Dream. Ollie says, this is the camera that Dream used to catch John Swan in 4K. Sam says, next, John Swan will be saying, it was never meant to be, and deleting his Twitter account. Listen, you fucked up this time. No. I don't give a fuck about John Swan, okay? I don't give a fuck about anything, actually. I care more about my detective work than you do. That's the only thing I care about, actually. Draggy, by the way, says, my question is, why was John Swan so obsessed with this Minecraft sex mod? Galina says, John Swan, Bye Sister by Taddy. Dream, No More Lies by James Charles. Mevlin says, John Swan pushed Dream against a wall, sneering, I hate you. Dream scoffed, I hate you too. Their eyes glanced down towards Dream's lips, and Dream smirked. Like what you see? John Swan flushed, twisting their head, as if. Feral Boy Doodler says, John Swan man sus. Detective Dream on the case. Jackie says, Dream and Harley right now catching John Swan slipping. Gray says, John Swan watching this stream right now. Brian says, Dream has so many fucking receipts. Fly high, John Swan. This is between you and God now. Maddie says, John Swan showing up outside of Dream's house. Munn says, John Swan. I'm going to get into beef with Dream and get clout. I will say it was a 12-year-old who speaks like me and acts like me, and knows a lot about the YouTube algorithm for a 12-year-old. And when he calls me out for faking screenshots, I will cry about it and say he's picking on a smaller channel. Then Dream makes a stream about me catching me in 4K. Lolo says, John Swan after seeing Dream is live talking about him. Melee MC says, Stan Harley for absolutely destroying John Swan. Showing a picture of Nicholas DeOrio in the grave, and then Harley making a peace sign next to him. Evo Jelly says, Detective Dream is on the case. Little John Swan too. Laughing my ass off. Montana tweets out, John Swan right now. Bella says, me watching Dream deconstructing this John Swan fellow. Mills says, John Swan about to pull another villain line and say, and I would have gotten away with it too if it weren't for you meddling Stans in your dumb Dream too. Luna tweets out, Dream exposing John Swan and Nicholas. Wills says, maybe if John Swan stand Luna. Ash says, John Swan on his way to delete all of his social media. Charlie says, Dream vs. John Swan drama summarized into a single image. Anna says, going feral with John Swan. Retweets are fine. Jada tweets out, why are there posts shipping Dream and John Swan? Mudahar says, my entire timeline is swamped with Dream right now. Dog, what fucking nonsense is going on today? John Swan himself, not a fake one, tweets out, I just wanted to say that I appreciate everyone's kind messages. I would have literally gone insane if it wasn't for all of you. Not gonna lie, I felt like absolute shit yesterday, but I'm feeling a lot better now. I will be responding, but I need to take some time off for myself first. Brandon responds, meditate, John. And then I think John misread it as mediate because he responded by saying, I actually talked to Dream in private yesterday to do just that, and I offered to end the drama, but the man ignored it and streamed to 300k people. And that's about it for the Dream drama so far. So far, John Swan has not released his response, but Nicholas DeOrio ended up releasing one, and I will link that in the description below for you guys to check out if you want to. Be sure to subscribe to this channel with notifications on to keep up to date with this story and anything else, and thank you to my channel members for supporting the channel. In particular, Scrubby, who decided to donate $100 a month. That is absolutely insane. Thank you so much, dude. But with all that being said, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in another video.